Hey.
Yo, what's good? How y'all feeling?
Welcome back. I know y'all missed us. I know you were like, oh, where is it? It's a new week. Where is Ian and Courtney? Where's the Runners Club podcast? But you know what? We had to take a quick break because I stepped out of town. It's my fault, you guys. It's my fault. But we're back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be speaking with you wherever you are.
We're in new chairs right now.
Yeah.
I made an executive decision today.
We keep switching it up because, you know, we just got to figure it out. We're figuring it out as we go, and that's okay.
Yes. So, today is Wednesdays. That's when we record our podcast on Wednesdays. We both end up in here glowing yet very, very, very sweaty. So how are you feeling after your Wednesday workout?
I feel really good. Today we actually worked on mobility, which was centered. So it wasn't the hardcore workout that we do normally. And we've actually decided collectively, like the Gumbo Fit captains and then Coach K, to make our strength training schedule be, 3 weeks of that intent, our usual workout, and then right. the end of the month workout is going to be, or is now, focused on mobility and kind of a recovery, but conscious body movement and allowing our runners, athletes to just move in new ways and to also discover new ways to stretch and prepare for their runs. I honestly, she introduced a couple new moves to me that I might start incorporating into my normal daily stretching routine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was today. And then we also got some Thero guns, or the Thero bolts, excuse me. And so we kind of worked on that. So today was pretty chill, but it also was it was still a workout. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. Cause we were holding moves. I almost felt like I was doing yoga.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's smooth.
Ultimately, I feel good. I also did a workout this morning, so I got it in today.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Your first workout was you said.
It was at Train Moment, which is also where Coach K works.
So you
Shouts
had it
out
twice.
to Kalita. Yeah, and it's the class is called posterior.
Okay. Oh, so it's a booty class.
Yes, and my booty is sore. Wow. Yeah, they don't play. That little climber thing that they got going on is crazy. Yeah. And the thing is with Train Moment, they're located in West Loop. It's one room, 3 stations. Right. And each station has 4 workouts, and every individual just runs through that 4 workouts within the time frame, and then after that, then you just then after a certain amount of time you move to the next, and then you move to the next, and then it's over. But basically the entire time you're going at your own pace.
Wow.
So it's a different way of working out in a class.
It kind of sounds like that one little area that's in Planet Fitness that nobody uses. It's supposed to be the little core area with the red and green light. That's what it sounds like. You're supposed to hit one station and go while the green light, and then once the red light hits, you switch stations and then go when the green light go. Nobody ever uses that station. Yeah,
the correlation is there. It's not quite that, but that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
There's only 3 stations.
Got you.
One room.
Wow.
But yeah, it is very much and now this, and then this, and then this, and then it's okay, now switch stations. But whoever you start with in your station moves with you to the next station.
I might need to pull up, man. I've been wearing these half tights lately, and what I'm realizing is that, you know what I'm saying, I got a very, very Latin back. I ain't got no booty.
What does that mean? Oh, just straight down. You can drop a penny from your head.
Just square back.
And it would just go straight down.
You know what I'm saying? It just be ending. And all of a sudden you at the thigh. You was like, how did I get here? I was at the neck a minute ago. So I need a little bit. I need some cheeks.
Get some cross training in. I know you got your workouts too. I want to hear how yours was, but definitely Train Moment is definitely something that will take you out of even that regular routine.
Right. Well, see what Kayla, her idea of chill. I don't know about
Have you seen her body? She doesn't chill. No one with that type of body chills.
Yeah, this workout was not chill. I'm not even gonna lie. If there was anybody that was listening to this podcast, I did take advantage of the fact that I need to capture content
Always.
as a way to kind of cheat a little bit of my workout today.
You can't let them know the secrets.
Because I was like, oh shit, Kayla, okay, all right, I can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I can't with you right now. But she definitely hit it. It was a really, really good workout. It was a lot slower than it normally is. It focused on a lot of single leg movements and everything. It actually rained on us a little bit too because we're outside.
Down. Yeah.
It wasn't super crazy, but nobody hesitated. Nobody made any kind of movements or anything like that. They got down and they kept working out for the rest of the class, and it always feels good. But she really went at the butt and the thighs today, and honestly, after Tuesday, after the Blue Bridge and then the heel workout,
man,
my butt was worn out. Like it was tired. Pause. You feel me? So it's like it was too much. It was too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, I needed to chill because I'm actually running to take the bridge.
Yep. I mean, it is
Friday.
coming. Is it?
Are you doing it?
No. I'm not doing it.
You coming out there? Because I know Picasso doing it.
I guess I am to support everyone.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because so that's gonna be like fun as hell.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
But that's gonna be hill. That's gonna be for real hill work.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to go and cheer on and look from a distance and maybe have a cold beer in one hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be my vibe.
There we go. Cold beer. Just save one for you, boy.
Right.
Just save one for me because I'm gonna need it.
Should we get into any other what's going on? I mean, should we? It's been a week.
It has been.
It's been technically 2 weeks since the last time we recorded.
Damn.
Right?
No.
Well,
because
we missed a week of recording. So
yeah,
it's been 1-2 weeks. Yeah.
I guess you got a point. It has been. And
I mean, we don't have to go all the way back. Just
my
whatever.
mic is gonna make me sit all the way up when I want to fucking recline.
You need some pillows back there with you. Help with your posture.
My lumbar.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep the conversation going. I'm gonna get some pills for you.
But nah, I mean, it has been 2 weeks, but we're back. We with it, and the whole thing is like, oh my god, this is really nice. This is really nice. Thank you. Look this team. Look at this. She got me 4 pillows.
She got you an extra one just in case.
Listen, the teamwork. Oh my god, I couldn't do this podcast alone. That was amazing. I feel so much better. My back is like propped up and everything. Thank you. But nah, I don't know. I feel like my update is a little serious. It's a little bit more serious. I feel like yours might be a little bit more fun, but
then you should definitely go first.
I should go first?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, get the seriousness out of the way. But for me, this week has been really interesting. I finally finished my live plan for my business. And live plan, if anybody's listening, if you have a business, if you're starting a business, Google live plan. It's an amazing platform that you can go on and really create a financial and business plan for your business. You could put together a pitch if you're going after any investors, any finance from any bank, but also you can do a lot of forecasting on there. You can kind of project out to see what the next 3 to 5 years is going to look like for your business. And so you kind of get an idea and plan, right? I've been working on it with the SBDC, which is another gem for y'all. Find your local SBDC offices, one in just about every single neighborhood.
Yep.
The gym, the Gold Star for me, the one right here in Bronzeville with Lauren and Rebecca. Amazing women, beautiful women. I work with Lauren personally. She is like my knight in shining armor. Okay, I love her. She's a man.
He got his eyes closed right now, y'all.
Like, she is amazing. I have nothing but good things to say. And what we doing? We need bam. There we go. She needed a pillow. I
need one
you
too.
Need another one?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm good. I realize I need some support as well.
But so but in doing that and really getting my finances together, I'm realizing that I'm at a stage with my store. I'm at a stage in my business where I don't really have a lot of point of reference. I have no experience for the stage that I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. And so this last month, I've been carrying a lot of stress on how I should handle certain things, Business is good, but it isn't where it needs to be to truly be sustainable right now at this point. I'm still growing. I'm still a new business. I'm still building out my store. Still a lot of things that's happening that's eating up a lot of capital, right? So I'm just like, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I've been blessed with access to some amazing running store owners. Dan from Heartbreak, Jay, I don't even know if I should be saying their names, but I'm there already. JB from Playmakers, Chris Hardner from Naperville.
Those are some like
company.
Great mentors.
Yeah, like amazing. I think JB, his store, he's been open for decades. Like he at the point where he does more than just running, but it started off as a running focused store.
Interesting.
And stuff. Chris Hardner was definitely amazing in the beginning, helping me to understand like a lot of financial things with my business. But where I stopped reaching out because I had this anxiety of being in this relationship with them and just constantly taking and not giving back, right? And so I kind of hesitated on reaching out, hesitated on calling. Chris Hardner texted me like 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, how you doing? And I told him, man, I'm doing good. You know, things are happening. You know, I got some moves I'm making right now. However I can involve you in, I am. I'll keep you updated. He was like, cool. 2 weeks later, JB hit me up. And JB hit me up at the right time. The right time. He was like, Ian, how's it going? I saw a text message. A customer came in, didn't respond. So I texted him the next day. And I was just at that point where it's just like, I just feel like I just need to be honest. Like,
right.
You know, like we ended up on a phone call. I asked him if I could send him my financial plan because I'm about to go after some funding, right? And he instantly called me, right? And he was like, Ian, how you feeling? And I was just like, emotionally well. Business-wise, I have no idea.
Right.
And he was like, and he said this one thing that it took so much weight off of my shoulder. He was like, Ian, that's normal. I was like, what?
It's like a constant state for entrepreneurs.
I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's completely normal for you to not know how well your business is going, to not know if you're going up or down. It's all right. And I was like, that makes no fucking sense to me. Like, it should not. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. And so we just kept talking. And you know, I told him what I just said about, you know, reaching out to them. And man, he was amazing. He was like, no, dude, you know, this guy's 61 years old. He's been doing this for a while.
he wants to share his knowledge at this point.
And that's what he was saying. He was like, no, we want to help you. Like, we're fighting for you and stuff. Like, he was telling me about a meeting he was having with some people where my name was brought up in that conversation and stuff like that. And he was like, bro, you have so many people who want to support you and want to help you. Don't worry about what you can give us. We don't need anything from you, you know, but please take what we have. Right. And stuff like that. And I was telling him so many things. He was like, man, you sound like this guy from out in Arizona who's been, you know, who's been in business for about 5 years. He was like, everything you going through is completely normal. Me and Chris was there at one point in time, and we know how to navigate it. So feel free to reach out to us. Feel free to talk to us. And it's man, it really touched me because I think we come from a culture of, you know, it's considered moving in silence is considered the best way to do it and stuff like that. And then for me, like I said, like I had that fear of reaching out and asking for help. And I don't know if it was ego, pride, or just, you know, the feeling of not deserving their help. I don't know what, it could have been a combination of all of those things, but, you know, him picking up that phone and calling me at the right moment where I felt very vulnerable and I felt like I can be honest and stuff like that really did a lot for me mentally and emotionally, because I ending this month off, like, I was not scared but lost. Like, didn't know what direction to go in. And that conversation really helped me out. And I want to share that here on the podcast, because if there's anybody who is in a place in their journey, whatever journey it is, whether it's, you know, your long hair don't care journey, your running journey, your new business and stuff like that. If you have access to people with information, with knowledge, and you are nervous, you hesitating for reaching out, man, shoot that shot. Especially if you don't have a relationship with them, shoot that shot, because there are people, especially people who are farther along than us, who genuinely want to help. They don't want anything from you, and you don't have to have anything to give to some people and stuff like that. And so reaching out and finding out if that person that you have right there is that type of person, you should definitely do it. And if you have a relationship with somebody who's already said, hey, I'm here for you, take full advantage of it, because our whole, as humans, as people, our whole mission in life is to pass on information. That's what we do. That's what our ancestors have done. We collect so many experiences in our lifetime, so many lessons, and then we impart them to our children. It's the same thing as our DNA. Our DNA is just encoded information and biological information that we take and we pass down through our generations and stuff like that. And so don't be afraid to collect that information from somebody who already has it, because for a month, I probably could have had my problem solved 4 weeks ago when I knew I had a problem. And that hesitation has caused me so much anxiety. Yeah. For 4 unnecessary weeks, especially when I had access to these people. And it was just out of fear. I let fear cripple me, and that was unnecessary.
Yeah, I feel like we can all hear that, because it applies in so many different ways to so many different people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I would say too, like, even and I don't talk a lot about Gumbo Media at large with any of the running community folks, because we were just talking about, you're like, I don't really understand what you guys do. And I'm like, we are business consultants. We do at large. Gumbo Media is it's a business consultant group, I guess, at this point. And we shifted a lot because of the pandemic. And because of that shift, though, we ended up getting a lot of clients, much larger clients, and have grown an exponential amount. But at the same time, we're always like, I don't know what's next. I don't know, clients come in through the doors, but at the same time, it's like, we don't really do a lot of advertisement. But at the same time, it's just like, sometimes we're like, we're about to close out a lot of these jobs. Who's going to come next? There's always more, but that at the same time, it's like, we never really know. There's no certainty. There's never certainty. At the end of the day, and like, we're blessed in a lot of ways, and like we end up getting referrals and a lot of different jobs, but it's just like, it's actually pretty wild. And I feel like since starting doing on this journey of Gumbo in general, it's been about 5 years, because we actually called it a different name 3 years ago, but then it's been 3 years of Gumbo. Right. And it's just like, it's always like, I don't know. Because then you grow, and then there's new questions. Right. There's always going to be a place of like, I'm not really sure. Because also you're doing something that the people around you haven't done, and even like your mentors, you're still going to be doing it differently. Right. There's still going to be something in you that gets manifested in the physical that is different than what they're doing. And so they can only advise you on what they've experienced. And obviously that is very vital now, but even when you start growing, it's just like, who knows? Like, your experiences are just going to be different. And I have to tell you personally, like, especially with like the goals that we have with Gumbo, it's like, I don't know how we're going to get there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's really crazy, because it's a lot. Because then like growing and bringing on staff, and bringing on, like, at this point, we're talking about also like supplying our independent contractors with an option for insurance, like medical insurance. Wow. Which is like super unique. Yeah, most of the time, wild. That's not something that's
the whole reason why you have independent contractors.
Yeah, so to not do that. Yes, exactly. But everyone who works for us is an independent contractor, because we're all talent, creatives, whatever. So, anyways, so it's just all that stuff. There's so many things to consider. So. Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of been my update. Like, everything for me lately, like, I haven't really, been out having a lot of fun and stuff like that. And even some of the stuff, unfortunately, I can't say yet. But like, for me lately, it's just been all about trying to figure this next level of last lap and stuff like that, because I don't know, like I love what I'm doing. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. But then there's also like, it's also like this crazy amount of stress to it outside of just running a business, because this month while I'm trying to figure out the business, there's like this megaphone of things that people have said to me since I've opened in this store, right? How important this store is.
So you feel like there's a lot of weight on it. Yeah.
Right. So there's like this extra weight
and responsibility to other people.
Right. So it's like, it's wild. It's wild. We can move on and stuff like that, but like we said when we started this podcast, it is running, but it's also just a little bit about who we are and some of the things we're dealing with along our running journey, and the way we balance our personal lives, our professional lives with this beautiful sport that we've come to love. Yeah. And for me right now, my whole life is running with the podcast, 7 on Sundays. I feel still very active in Gumbo. Yeah. And then Last Lap Corner Store and all of that. And everything that I'm doing personally is about making my community better and stronger from any avenue, any crevice that I can creep in with partners or people and stuff like that. That this last month it kind of took a toll. Yeah, it definitely did. But shouts out to JB. I really appreciate you, and also appreciate the gentleman. I'm gonna call you Mitch because that's what it says in your bio on Instagram. So please excuse me if I got that wrong and stuff. It's been 3 days since I spoke to you, but like, bruh came into the store this Saturday, lit my world up, man. I didn't really.
Did you tell a story? Huh? Did you tell? I don't know if we told the story.
Oh, okay, yeah. So so a little bit of backstory. Mitch, he accidentally discovered our podcast searching for another one. Yeah. And stuff like that on iTunes or something like that. Like he said, he was just typing in run because he was looking for somebody else. And then he saw our faces pop up. It's like, oh, these black people. Right. And so he checked out the first episode and he liked it. And so he's been listening since then, like earlier this week, I believe. And then when the weekend came, he came up to the city and came to the store and shopped with me, and I appreciated that so much and stuff like that. He an anime lover just like me. You know what I'm saying? He got the hair dye. He had the blonde top and stuff, which is fire because I love it. Would love to do it. Don't have the bravery for it.
Don't do it.
But the blonde, but I want to do another color up top. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah. I was just gonna just say like protect your hair.
Yeah, I want next time I don't think I'm ever gonna have short hair again on the top. But when I have short hair, I've always wanted to color it. But I've never been that brave.
That's giving me like Pharrell vibes.
Man,
I love Pharrell.
The minute Frank Ocean did it, I wanted to do it. Not blonde, no. But shouts out to this young man for having that level of confidence. Yeah. But he came in, him and his homegirl, who does amazing work in sex trafficking and stuff like that down in Atlanta. Wow. And stuff like that. They came in, we talked to him like 30, 45 minutes, and it meant the world to me. It meant the world that he came up from St. Louis. Yeah. After hearing the podcast,
Big
found
out
I have a store. You say what?
Big St. Louis.
Yeah, real.
Shout out.
For sure.
Anyone from St. Louis, that's literally all they say all the time.
What?
On their Instagram.
It's called Big St. Louis?
At least all the black folks from it's just anything that's like very St. Louis, they be like Big St. Louis.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Shouts out to y'all. But thank you. But those are the highlights for mine. Those are the highlights from the last time that y'all have spoken to me. I appreciate you, Mitch. Shouts out to JB. Chris, I'm going to be hitting you up soon because I need some information from you. But other than that, G, I just been getting these miles, and I've been moving. I've been running. Your boy lost 5 pounds.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was a little nervous because I've been so active.
Do you weigh yourself on a regular? Like I wouldn't even, I never weigh myself.
Yeah.
You have a scale at home?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I was talking to Kayla about this today. I was like, I wish I was just like, I talk shit all the time and I'd be like, yeah, I just want to be sexy. I just want to look good, da 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 da. But for me, it's not that simple. And if it was, like, because numbers are so inconsistent and unreliable, anybody's listening to this, what I'm about to say, I don't necessarily say don't do as I say in this situation, because numbers, the scale is unreliable because as you're working out, especially if you're strength training, the body composition changes and muscle is heavier
day to day,
fat.
week to week.
Right. And so you putting on muscle while you're burning fat, you might,
especially
that scale
women,
might not change at all for a while. So, but for me, it's hard to leave the scale because my goal is actually to be smaller. Like
you have
I want to be 185.
Number goal.
Right.
Of weight,
and so, you know, for like 2 months, I was stuck at 230, but I was active.
Right.
And then in this last week, I think I went to the doctor for an appointment like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I was like 230. And then like I measured myself maybe like Wednesday or this weekend, and it was like I'm 225. And so like I felt like I was like that was something else that was missing on my shoulders because like I feel like I have the time on my feet. I have the experience to be fast and stuff like that. I don't have the body for it and stuff like that. Yeah. Moving 230 pounds at a 8-minute, 7:45-minute pace is hard to sustain. Can I do it? Hell yeah, any day of the week. Right now, let's go. But sustaining it is tough, and I feel like if I continue to push myself in that direction, if I continue to train the way I train for marathon every single year at 230, eventually I'm going to hurt myself. And so that's why I want to get down to 185.
And then stay.
Yeah, and stay down there.
So you're trying to lose 35 pounds?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I haven't had a scale in my home since I lived with my parents, like before college, during college. Yeah.
Right.
I think I don't know. I feel like for women it's unhealthy. Like at least for
everybody
me,
is unhealthy.
I don't know, but I feel like sometimes like specifically women can get very tied up on like a number. And I guess men too. I mean, you literally are just saying you have a goal for weight. But I think for me, I very much just look at my body and just like, I'm like, well, I mean, I still fit in my clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think at this point, I'm not gonna I'm already very slender. It's just that like, I want to get more toned. And so I guess, yeah, for me, it's not even about like losing a lot of fat. It's just, I've had trainers tell me before that like I'm in this place where it is very difficult, where it's like if you are small, if you're already slender and you're trying to get more like fit and there's like a tiny bit of fat that you want to lose, but then there's also a lot of muscle that you're trying to gain. It's just like, that can be a very difficult bit. It's like that last bit that's very difficult. Maybe that's where you're at too, where it's just like, it's that last bit. Because you said that you've been heavier than what you are now. Like So
I was a lot heavier.
So you've lost all that weight, but then it's like to get even further down, it's just like that last however many. For everybody, I feel like there's that. And for me, I feel the same way, where I'm like, I know I could be faster. I know I could be more toned. I know I could be more muscular. And that's what I'm working on as well, where it's just like, but for me, it's more of a visual thing, and then how I feel in my body. Because I also feel like I'm at a place where when I'm running, I'm like not necessarily carrying too much weight. It's just the wrong type of weight, like not the type of weight I want to be carrying. I want to be carrying more muscle.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I get it. And especially with you putting on so many miles, I do feel like, because with muscle you probably will get heavier. Yeah. But like you said, it's a different type of
I want to be more of a machine.
Your muscles are literally going to be stronger, and it's going to be able to carry you a lot better. And it's interesting too, because it's like I told Kayla my weight, and she looked at me, she was like, I would have never thought you was 230 pounds and stuff.
You don't seem like it. Like, looking at you.
Yeah, so she said I was solid, and I take that. Thank you. But like, I mean, I don't know. You know, maybe under this, you know, layer of fat, I am pretty muscular, whatnot. But I want to be small. I want to be 185, so I can move the way a boy needs to move.
Yeah,
you feel me?
And these are our personal goals, and it's not like, I think neither of us are like hard on ourselves in any way. I mean, like in certain ways, sure, but I don't think it's like unreasonable. I think it's just that like we live and breathe in this fitness world, in this running world, and it's like I think we each know like, okay, this is what I need to do to get to where I want to get.
Especially as we learn more.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like now it's like, oh,
and we're doing it healthy too, because it's like I mean, it's not like I would say too, it's like a healthy like thing where we're not trying to deprive ourselves. We both have a really good appetite. I could say that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So it's like we're really just trying to, it's like, if anything, it's just we're just trying to be more conscious of like how we're moving and how our body at least for me, it's like how my body reacts to certain things. I'm starting to play with like what I eat during the day, also like honoring when I actually feel full, because like with Matthew, like we eat dinner together. We usually eat every meal together. Like when I eat, like we like to eat, like if I eat something, he go on it too, and you know what I mean? So it's like, but he has a bigger appetite. And we all know Matthew is stick thin and never, like, literally doesn't hold any fat. And so it's like, and so like sometimes he'll make like a big pasta dinner, and it's just like he just loads the plate on. I used to just like eat it along with him, and then I was like, wait, I'm not even this hungry. So then I had to be like,
give me a smaller plate.
Cut the portions for me, please. And then even the other day we had pizza, but then I was like, I don't need this, because it was like half of the flatbread that you can get at Trader Joe's, which is like this big, and that's like 6 small pieces, but it's like I ate 4 and I was good. And I think that's part of it for me, where it's just like I just need to start honing into like what I want to eat, and even like eating more salads, being conscious about like my carb intake.
Yeah, that's been the biggest hurdle for me, and I think I've said that here and other places, is my eating habits.
Yeah.
What I eat, I feel really good with. I don't eat a lot of garbage. I have my garbage meals, but I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? But how I eat, my eating habits is crazy. Like, especially portion. I feel like in the last 2 months, I've gotten really good control over my portion control. Yeah. And for me, that's probably 75 to 90% of the battle.
Well, food, like I feel like we've all heard that like food is like 80% of it.
Yeah, your diet is most of what is most of what's stopping you, or most of what's going to get you to the goals that you're going to get to. So getting a handle on that for me has been awesome and stuff like that. But I don't know. We can move on from this, because I don't want to talk in circles. And
He's keeping us moving. He said, let's go 2 times now.
Yeah, like
he said, moving on.
Yeah, I don't want to, like this is before we go, like I told Kayla earlier, like every year doing marathon training, like by October, I'm 200 pounds.
Yeah, I know. But so I don't understand how you trying to get to 185. Explain.
So first of all, what I'm gonna do is stay consistently running past. Like that's why I'm not training for.
So you're trying to get to 185 by like December or next spring?
As soon as possible. Okay, listen. There is as soon as possible. But like I told her though, like the weight that I lose from running don't make me feel good, because I don't like the way my body looks come October and stuff like that. Like I lose a lot of muscle. Huh?
You want to be more muscular?
Yeah, I lose a lot of the muscle that I have going into training, and the body fat is still there and stuff like that. But do you
feel like it's because you didn't do as much strength training? Like this year, you're already ahead of all of that.
It's 2,000%. But like a lot of us don't take into consideration how much muscle we lose doing marathon training, especially if you're not incorporating strength training.
Right.
Because strength training during marathon season is mostly about maintaining.
Right.
It's maintenance work.
You're not really building all
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you don't have that, which is something I have not done during marathon training in previous years, I'm losing so much of that muscle that come October, yes, I am smaller. And it has a lot to do with the fact that I burn more calories. I've lost some body fat, but I've lost a lot more muscle than probably body fat. And my body it doesn't look the way I want it to look. It doesn't make me feel good and stuff like that. So I've gotten down to 200 pounds and have not really liked it and stuff. But
I never weighed myself when we ran the marathon. I don't even know what I weighed. That's
to me, you've never looked different. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't imagine.
I would say this year I'm more muscular for sure.
Yeah.
Like I know, I feel it. I know I'm more muscular. And I think especially, and shifting gears here and just with, and I'm backtracking from a couple conversations we had in the past, but like I got to a place where my shins hurt me a lot when I start increasing intensity when I'm running, and I need to figure out, like, I need to build a base where that's not an issue for me anymore, and kind of like address it.
And I don't know where shin splints come from.
Well, I've heard a couple different things. I mean, like you're okay, y'all. Again, don't come for me. But like your calves are connected to your bone here.
Yeah.
And so it's just like your calves are growing. And then sometimes it can like literally, I've looked, when I Googled it a couple times, it was just as if like your muscle starts tearing away from the bone in some ways. Or you just get like it. But for me, I don't really, it's not even that. It's almost like a stress like I feel like if I push too hard, Matt, again, bringing him up again, he's mentioned like, or no, it was Tanner. He was just like, you don't want to get a stress fracture in your shins. And it's like that. I've gotten to the place where like, if I, like last week, I was like, if I keep running and I try to get to 25 miles this week or 30 miles this week, because I was running kind of intense, I was like, I was scared of actually like hurting myself, my shins.
When you say intense, were most of your workouts at a high intensity level?
No, just like the mileage.
Just the level of mileage.
Because the thing is I was running most of my stuff at like conversation pace, but I think
you
I was
take like multivitamins and all of that, right?
Yeah, and I've been really on it lately. But like my shins just take a beating, and that's also like when I trained in 2019, like once it got towards like closer to marathon, like my shins like there was one that hurt more than the other. This year it's like both of them hurt pretty much equally.
Right.
And I'm just like, I just don't, and I'm also just like, with all the things that we're doing, all the organizing that we're doing, I'm just like, I cannot bring myself to train for a marathon right now. As much as I really want to, as much as I would love to, even it not being like, even if it wasn't Chicago or trying to do LA or something like that, I'm like, look, I'll go to LA, but I'm gonna run the 5K. And I'm going to just enjoy that run. I'm not going to race it. I'm just going to enjoy it because I'm just like, I don't feel like my body wants to train for a marathon. But what I do want to still do is get into the best shape of my life as far as building a really good base, getting stronger, building that muscle mass and like really like, because I have to remind myself that I'm still very much new to running. Like, realistically. And on top of that, last year was a pandemic, and yes, I ran, but I didn't run that much, and a lot of people lost a lot of like their running base from that. And Coach Robin has even mentioned, she's just like, people like, there's a lot of these races, a lot of these marathons, they expect a lot more injury, they expect more fatality because of 2020, because people are going to have now felt like they can jump right back on the horse and just hit all this and like just go for it.
Damn.
When really they should be taking a break and taking their time and building their base up because we've been just out of it.
You know what? So I've been having fake conspiracy theories in my brain, right?
Yeah.
That the vaccine has taken my lung capacity away and stuff like that. When really it might not be the vaccine, because what you just said makes a
it was
really good
the
point.
Pandemic of
not being as active and stuff like that, because my legs feel good, my body feels good and stuff, and it might have something to do with the fact that I was training mostly during the pandemic and stuff like that, but like my lungs
Your endurance is
my endurance is crazy. It's calmed down so much. Like these workouts are so tough. My breathing is so bad. It's really been stressing me out and stuff like that because majority of the time my body remembers what it feels like.
Yeah. And we want to get back to it, but it's really like we should actually relax.
Yeah.
So it's like when I think about the fact that 2019 was when I first really started running, 2020 was this massive gap, and now we're in 2021, and it's just like my body's like, what?
Yep.
It's like, no, let me just take the next 12 months and just get everything right, make sure that the community is facilitated and taken care of, and just like and what I really want to do is just be in the gym a whole lot more. And like, you know, like there's a body type that I'm going for, you know, just like you, like we've just been saying, but like, that's what I'm doing.
Listen,
a different type of, like, I'm getting into the best shape of my life. Every
year running calendar next year is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So I think it's just like, I think that's our time, our like, that this is our moment to do that for ourselves. I know you and Aaron have both said that. Both y'all were just like, just work on you. And I'm like, yeah. But this marathon though. And it's like, no, relax. So yeah, I'm going to just chill and do what I need to do. Cause I was really trying to get out there. I can probably, get into my trip a little bit. Unless you have anything else to add.
No, I'm excited.
You keep calling it a vacation. But it wasn't.
Who needs to go on a vacation?
It wasn't a vacation. I'm just trying to clarify with you. It wasn't a vacation. It was more like a family duty. It was an
obligation.
It was an obligation. It was a job. And I'm not complaining. I'm just being real. Like, you know, I still need a vacation. I say that to say, if I go on a vacation in the next couple of months, don't be mad at me because I didn't go on a vacation, okay? I still need one. I
just want y'all to remember, we started this podcast while coming fresh off of vacation.
Where was I? Where did I go?
Damn.
Wait, where did I?
Matthew, that shit wasn't even memorable, bro.
Okay, Southwest. That was fun too. But even that was like a lot of work because, like, you know, bringing Russ with us, that was just a whole experience, and it, you know, so it was like drive. Yeah. Yeah, it's like responsibilities. Like I'm trying to go somewhere and sit on a beach and not have nobody talk to me or expect anything from me. And I also want to be served, okay? And a massage. like walking distance from the water.
All inclusive pay trip.
Yeah, please. That's what that was like a family trip. I'm talking vacation.
Hey, listen.
So this
sandals. If you need a commercial on the podcast, we need to experience the resort.
I can't imagine you on vacation. A whole mess.
I probably would be.
Yeah.
I probably would be.
You should come. That's why you need to come. You need to come to LA, run the 5K with us, and then go to Joshua Tree.
I've never legit gone on a vacation.
So you need to come.
Yeah.
Only you. I'm inviting you, and I don't care if anybody's feelings are hurt right now. I'm inviting you, Ian. Okay, because you're a part of the Gumbo Fit captain community. Like it's captains only, and you're a captain, just from relation.
I love it.
So that's
I listen.
And this is not subliminal. Why can't I say that word?
Nah, I'm using that. I'm cutting that and I'm taping that. So anybody asks me, "Oh, can I come?" I'm gonna replay that shit.
Okay.
Ian, I only invited you.
I'm just saying it. I'm saying it because y'all other people's hearing it, but it's like you. Yes.
I appreciate it.
So last Sunday, I flew to New York with Matthew to Harlem. And in Harlem, his dad has been staying there because his mom passed a few years ago, R.I.P. And she has been living in this Harlem apartment for over 50 years. And her and her husband just like collected things. And it was just like, they never let anything go. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
That's wow.
Never. They didn't even they had opportunities to get their apartment painted, and they refused it because that would mean that they would have had to move their things.
Yeah, take their stuff down.
Yeah.
And move
So
around.
we had to. So his dad is in his early 70s, so
right.
he is a bit older, and he already has retired, but he wants to go back to Sweden. Backstory, real quick. my fiance was born in Sweden. His mom is like the first generation American born. Both of her ancestors are like came from Sweden to America. Like both of her grandparents came. So technically she's second generation. Anyways, went back to Sweden because she was just curious, stayed there for over 20 years. Matthew's dad is from, I think, North Carolina or something like that. And he became a blues singer, but he like grew up primarily in Harlem, became a blues singer, went to Sweden and like, blew up there.
Right.
And so met Matthew's mom. Matthew was born there, lived there till he was 8. So there's a big affinity for Sweden in the Manning family.
Gotcha.
And Bob Manning.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Big African Vikings.
So Matthew's dad, he wants to go back to Sweden. He wants to like live the rest of his life there because he also got married. He has his first wife there as well with another 3 kids who look exactly like Matthew and his sisters. It's wild. So, see that, and they're a little older. So they're like, and they have like kids and stuff. So but we needed to first move him out of Harlem back to Minneapolis, that's where Matthew and I are from, which also that's where the Vikings play.
Oh, wow. Full circle.
And so, but then that also meant like closing out the apartment. And so that like my duty then, as a fiance, like I was like, okay, let's go, whatever. And I helped pack up the apartment. It was wild. And I had the kitchen. And when I tell you, every cabinet from bottom to top was full of like plates and cups and like it was like every plate that they ever came across, they brought it home and then they just put it in their cabinet. And it's like, damn well that they didn't use half of them plates.
They didn't use
half of them plates.
Of them plates.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh my God, it was just so much work. And so yeah, I mean, that was like, we spent days, like 2 full days doing that. And then I lost my wallet, whole ass wallet, ID. I only thing is I was like, luckily I traveled super light and I literally brought like a card and then like, I don't know why. I think it was because my wallet was like falling apart anyway. So maybe it was just like my energy towards the wallet was already like anti. So then that mug just was like, all right, fuck you. Yeah. It just was like, okay, then
it got out of the
enjoy the rest of your trip with no ID. Okay. Right. So, yeah, it was kind of like a wow situation because that was like day 2 in New York and I had a whole week ahead of me.
Wow.
So had to leave New York without ID and they basically TSA they interview with you and it takes like an additional 30 minutes. So was able to travel to Minneapolis. We brought Bob with us. He's now in Minneapolis. Really great. He'll probably be in Sweden within the next 6 months. Dope. Amazing. But Matthew's sister, so then there was like family time with Matthew's family. And so it was just like, it was definitely a thing getting away. But I would also say that like, okay,
you
Minneapolis. What?
You was being a fiance.
Yeah. And then, but also like my city doesn't look the same as it did last time I was there, which the last time I was there was literally March 2020. Like the Gumbo magazine had been launched and we did an event in Minneapolis and then the lockdown was happening and we had to go back home.
Right.
And so that was the last time I was home. And then since then the uprising has happened. So like, shit is still boarded up. Like here, things were boarded up, and then people went back to business. Lori Lightfoot was not playing no game. She lifted them bridges up. She said, y'all gonna get stuck in downtown or not be able to have access to downtown, but Chicago's gonna get back to business. Minneapolis had riots, and then it had another riot, and then it had another riot. Like I have a friend who he has a store in Uptown and he sells like J's like and Nikes and he has like a lot of like really dope like street style clothing. His store got looted 3 times.
Wow.
3 times. And the 3rd time happened like 2 weeks ago.
Wow. I wonder how insurance is treating him.
Right? Because at some point, it's like, do they continue to believe him? Like, they're probably going to be like, okay, so you need to get security out front of your door or some shit, or like 24-hour surveillance or something. Because people are acting a fool. And obviously, like, I'm all for the cause. And, fuck that police station, because I drove by it too. It's crazy. They
It's
lit
like
that shit on
burned down.
fire.
That's wild.
Like, I was like, wow. Like, they really turned up. Don't even recognize my city.
They ain't even built it back.
Oh my! No, they put
nothing.
these big ass concrete blocks in front of the doorway, put a barricade in front of it, and then put a whole fence, and then on top of the fence was barbed wire, and but they haven't rebuilt it.
Yeah,
it's burnt.
That's wild.
Meanwhile, the Target across the street that was also like looted and like on fire, that shit's brand new. They was quick with it. They came there. That shit is sparkling. I was like, wow, Target, wow.
Oh my, Target ain't playing no games either.
Oh man. So yeah.
They know they black folks like Target.
Yeah. So it's just weird being home. And then like I have therapy sessions on Mondays. And like, so I was like ready to get home and talk to my therapist, because I was like, being home was really weird and I was really uncomfortable. And yeah. And then like I came to Chicago, and then I came home, and I was like, I felt such a sense of relief. And like, yes, I saw my friends in Minneapolis, and yes, we turned up. We saw Lloyd.
We saw the outfits.
It was fun.
You was popping on the story.
Yeah, that was fun. Always great. But that was like really great. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I like, as soon as we touched down in Chicago, I was like, oh, I'm home. Like, I really feel like Chicago is my home. I really missed it. And I'm like, oh, and like coming to my apartment, sleeping in my bed. I was like, whoo, yeah, I was like stressed. I didn't realize how stressed I was the entire trip until I came home.
Right.
So it was not a vacation for me.
Okay.
It was a lot. So.
It was a lot. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Look at y'all. Y'all getting a little bit of what it's like to be in Courtney on a regular day.
Yeah, and you know,
like
and there's
that.
obviously the, you know, being gone and then having, you know, still having the, like, thank God for Gumblefoot captains. There's 5 of them all together. Maya's still in Botswana, but she's coming back in 2 weeks.
She'll be back soon.
She literally
Is
popped
it 3?
up in the
I thought it was 2 weeks.
Nah, it's not 2 weeks. I said 2 weeks.
I said 2. Okay.
Yeah,
like,
she popped up in the WhatsApp, and of course you got that shit in your calendar. I already know, y'all. Maya's favorite, okay? Like, he likes me, but he likes Maya's his favorite.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I mean, she's, you know, I don't play favorites, but I do like Maya a lot. But she popped up in the WhatsApp group and was like, yeah, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I said, ooh, can't wait. Get us right. Come back with your core workouts. Kelsey's doing a great job.
Kelsey is.
But Maya's the OG. She started it.
Yeah. My head got abs for days.
For days. Like,
for days.
And then she works out, but she's super low key about it. And like, she has a rocking body. Like, crazy. And so then I'm like, and then one day I kind of like brought it up, like working out. Cause low key, she could have told me that she just wakes up like that and I would have believed her. Cause like some people do. But she was like, nah, like I get it in every day. And I was like, okay. Ain't nobody ever see it, but yeah, I know.
She modest.
Yeah, she's super modest about it.
She humble. She was talking that mess, talking about she was out of shape. She don't know if she could do something she want to do. I forget what it was.
Yeah, I was like, let her come back and talk that talk, and then run past all of us
real quick.
Exactly.
Not even breaking a sweat.
Not
smiling.
even. Just like, hey guys.
2,000%. 2,000%. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's kind of been my week. I definitely I missed the podcast. I definitely just am excited to get back. And like this week has been really good in a lot of ways. But yeah. So
I love it. Here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna check. Do we have any listener letters?
Listener letters. We want your listener letters. We're curious. And you know, this is like our update podcast, and then next week we do have a guest for you. We're gonna keep it a little secret, so you're gonna have to listen to know, to hear. But that is coming, and we're gonna hopefully keep it rolling with the guests. We would love your feedback, even if you did a listener letter and was like, I would like it if you had a guest to talk about XYZ. Great.
Yeah, let us know. Meanwhile, my computer is like, guess what I'm not going to let you do right now? Log in and stuff like that. But that's fine. That's cool.
Oh, you know what? So a highlight from the trip, I will say, is that in New York, I actually visited another run club, which that was one of my goals, was to like experience another run club. I know I could technically do that here, which I realize like I should do, which I'm gonna make a better effort
shouts out to Grocery Run Club.
Yeah,
bro.
I like really need to join them. I saw them on the gram today, and I was like, yeah, because they ran out today at 8.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I could catch them next week. Like, I need to actually like run with them. So
before you go to New York,
what?
Shouts out to Ian though for hosting 7 on Sundays last Sunday.
Oh, that was nice.
I was too hungover to make it, but I heard that it was amazing. Little Village showed up and showed out for 7 on Sundays. Like everybody was running. They was getting horns blown at them, like people cheering for them and stuff like that. I heard it was a whole spectacle. Had tamales. They went and got rubies and Pilsen. So shouts out to Viento, Hispanic, Latinx run crew over in Little Village. Y'all are amazing. Back to New York.
No, well, I mean, ultimately, I just wanted to just touch on me joining We Run Uptown because they were a super inviting group. They are also sponsored by Nike.
Oh, wow.
Powered by Nike. And when I looked on their IG and when I was trying to just in New York, like trying to figure out, all right, where can I go? Because I was up in Harlem. So I was like, let me see. And so there's also Harlem Run. But then I kind of like was kind of in my mind just taking notes of the things that I really liked about me being a new person coming into these groups that have been established,
right?
And like what it feels like to be in a city and try to find a run club.
Word.
So me looking up different run clubs within New York and trying to figure out what's closest to me, like with Harlem Run, they don't have their schedule in their bio, but like We Run Uptown does. And so it was just like super easy to be like, oh, so on Mondays they meet up at whatever time, and it is what it is. And they do just a 5K. So everybody runs together, and we're running in the streets of New York. And like they have a set number of like, I guess, routes, and they kind of switch them up a little bit. But for the most part, like we ran down the street, we ran up some hills, we ran through this beautiful park and by the water, and then there was like this really dope tunnel that has all this graffiti in, and that's like the straightaway. So then everybody just kind of like bolts it down there, and then we took an elevator up, and then got out the elevator and hit the other side of this hill, and like kind of circled back around. And it was just this beautiful route. I saw New York in a completely new light because I have never ran the streets of New York before. Right.
Word.
So it's just like that alone was just an opportunity for me to just see a city from their point of view. And ultimately, and they like also just as leaders, seeing the way that they gather in the beginning, see the way that they warm up, see the way that they get attention. I was cracking up because they were like, I think I mentioned this yesterday at the hill workout, that they do the, if you can hear my voice, clap once.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, if you can hear my voice, clap 2 times. And they're like, they did it several times. So it's like, that's their way of getting everyone's attention. And then on top of that
worked because I did it yesterday and everybody got quiet as hell.
Exactly. So I was like, that is smart. So now I'm like, okay, let me do that. And then also what they do too is like, every time they have a checkpoint, which I feel 7 on Sundays could do this. They will tell people to form lines on either side. And then as the rest of the people start coming through, then you just kind of give fist bumps and high fives as people like come through that checkpoint. And so it's like really encouraging. And obviously we always clap and stuff like that, but it was kind of cool to just like kind of form this entryway for people to come through. And so like that, all these things, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, this makes perfect sense. It's the way that they do it. I also really was for the first time, because I mean, other than like joining 7 on Sundays, sometimes like I don't really know what it's like to join a new run club because I just started a run club. Right. And so like that was a really important feeling that I needed to feel and experience.
That's dope.
And so, so it was that was like my highlight of the trip. And then I wanted to also like catch Brooklyn Track Club, but like they have their track club is like membership only. And I was going to hit them up and be like, hey, can I get in? But like they literally like you have to pay.
Yeah.
So there's no
I
information.
think I've heard about them.
Yeah, so there's no information like on Instagram other than like our website and stuff like that. So it's like, again,
Sign up.
Right. In our last podcast, we talked about how like you can make your run club whatever you want it to make. You can do memberships. You cannot do memberships. I know with being sponsored by Nike or powered by Nike, you like one of our requirements is having at least one open to the public run a week. We have 2.
Right.
That's track and our Saturday run.
Mm-hmm.
Technically we could only do one and then we could charge people for another one, but I just don't like, that's just not something
it
that we're
feels
doing.
weird, right?
For me, it feels weird. I mean, maybe at like, I don't know, at some point maybe it's okay, but then it's like, I feel like that if you just get gear and then have people buy gear.
We were thinking about doing like, cause I was asked a question, like a guy came, he's like, dude, I've been to 2 of you guys' run. How can I support and stuff? And, I was like, damn, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
You know, I told him about the merch that we had, but I was like, I was really thinking about doing like, you know, like a donation link in a link tree.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I thought about that too.
But, you know, then, you know.
But then at the same time, I'm just like, how do I think for me, I get caught up in the logistics of like, but we're not a 501c3. And if I want to get technical, it's like Gumbo Media. Gumbo Fit is a part of Gumbo Media.
Yeah.
And so Gumbo Media is a for-profit LLC. That's not going to change.
Yeah.
So for Gumbo Fit to take donations, I feel like I'm just like, I mean, you can still take in donations and be a for-profit entity, but I think, and also,
I feel like you open yourself up, and then on top of that, you got Nike, which people think comes with the bag and stuff like that, and so, you know,
it comes with a medium-sized bag.
And not even that. It's just, you know, people's expectation of what that means. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is the expectation for that, like people, I'm literally joking when I said medium-sized bag, because it's just like every group has a different agreement with Nike, and so it's just like no 2 groups get the same thing, and also it's just like, but it's never. From my experience, it's never enough to just sustain people.
Yeah.
It can get to that, but my point of bringing it up is just like, ideally your donations would be great. I don't really feel like I want to create a structure for membership.
Yeah, I definitely would not want to do a membership. Like, nah, not at all. That's not where it's at. You know, honestly, if as far as Gumbo Fit and 7 on Sundays goes, the best way to support is to come out and run and take part in our races.
Yeah, I would say that the races are really important for us. Like our RLT race is definitely like, I think that's a big one for us. Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways that you can make it lucrative.
I was actually having a conversation. Shouts out to Paige at League of Their Own and stuff like that. I went to the volleyball tournament earlier this week, and first of all, whoa. Yeah. These ladies were getting down.
Yeah. Volleyball. I used to play volleyball. It's not a joke.
You should have jobbed in.
Like, I should have, but I also was like...
Their joint, like, those women were getting down. Like, it was an intense... I didn't realize how intense volleyball can get. I was literally on the edge of my seat.
Crazy.
The entire time watching them play and stuff like that. But, no, it was amazing. But I was speaking to a runner there. And she, I don't remember her name. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. Okay, if you speak to me once, don't expect me to remember your name. But if I see you in the street, I will know you and I will speak. You know, she was talking about coming out to run clubs, and we were talking about, you know, because she's also overweight and stuff like that. And she has a pin in her hip. Oh, I think I don't know if I said that, but she had a pin in her hip and stuff, so she can't really, you know, go fast. And really not really looking to go fast. She just wants to get active, you know, to help. I'm not even gonna put that on her because she didn't say she wanted to get active to lose weight. She just wanted to be active and stuff. And she was saying that another runner, and I'm not going to say his name, I know his name, but he was in because he remembered me from the Fearless Project and stuff like that, because I was one of the captains on that.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, the pandemic was
crazy.
Like, no, not at all.
Nah, it's not happening. Yeah.
But it was another runner there, and he's a overweight guy and stuff like that. I've spoken to him multiple times. If he's listened to this, I've spoken to him multiple times.
Sure.
On through the DMs and stuff like that. And and he's talked about how difficult between, I believe, his weight and then his work schedule, how difficult it is to come out to a lot of our runs and stuff like that. So I was speaking to her about these things, and I was like, and it even goes back to our last episode with the sexy pace conversation. Like I was telling her, like, yo, like Buddy was talking about starting a run club for people like them, people who, don't feel like they can come out to Gumbo or the 7 on Sundays. Either their pace isn't or physically, they just can't, keep up a run. And this is just feeling because both organizations will make space for every single type of runner.
Yeah.
But, I have seen, and we spoke about on last episode, that some people come out and they see how fast some of the others run, and those people don't come back because they feel like they're too slow.
Yeah.
And so he was creating a run club and stuff like that for walk runners, for people to get into running and stuff like that. He been talking about it, and I told him, like, go back to fam and dude, if you hearing this, like, you need to start that run club because there are runners just like you who need that.
Because like in Detroit, there's a run club, or maybe I think it's Detroit. It's either Detroit or DC. I'm pretty sure it's Detroit, but there is like it's a run club, but it's 2 mile Tuesdays or 2 mile Saturdays, and it's basically a run walk. And because it's a run walk, it attracts even more people, and so it's like 100 people easy.
That's what.
And I'll have to share it with you sometime. But that's the thing that for me, I'd like, yes, we need someone to start it because that's not what, like, we can, like, I'll do like a fun run, like race, but it's just like, it's difficult to, I guess, like, I would encourage people to do that first, like do that and then come here. Because it's not like, yes, we do accommodate everybody, but yes, it is intimidating and I can't do anything about that.
Right, exactly.
Because it's like, ultimately the people that come out to our run clubs, that is our community.
Yeah.
And it's like, and we want to continue to cultivate that community. So it's like when people are like really starting from scratch, it is like sometimes it is a suggestion of like, get out and walk.
Yeah.
Regularly. Get your body. It seems like you're starting at a place where you just need to move your body.
Yeah.
And get used to that first.
I know Aaron's gonna kill me, but like we've had conversations on how to facilitate that type of running. People who want to build up between their first mile, their first 5K, and then eventually hopefully get up to being able to run with us on 7 on Sundays.
Right.
And it's really cool. I think it'll be excellent for us, but I think it would be even better for this guy.
Yeah, because it's like, it's more focused.
It's way more focused. Yeah. And it I feel like it's more authentic as well.
Yeah, and then that crowd finds their community, and then they can all get better together and all that. And then if they want to branch out and join like the run clubs, then it's just like, okay, then come out, you know what I mean? Get a couple miles in. Because like even the 3 miles, like 3 miles is still hard for people. It's not easy. Some days it's hard for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. I mean, realistically, on my off days, I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to run 3 miles.
No, that's real.
So, yeah, I mean, I think, like, just going back to my trip, just with, like, joining a new run club, I'm just like, I came home and was like, okay, I need to put more of an effort into joining the other run clubs within Chicago just to kind of see how they do stuff. But then at the same time, I think what I've been cautious about doing it in Chicago, I think, because people know who I am. Mm-hmm. And it's not that that's a big deal, but it's just like, I almost wanted to do it in a city where no one knew who I was, so then I could get an authentic experience of like, oh, I'm new to this run club.
Exactly.
Because I really had to introduce myself and be like, hi, I'm Courtney. This is really great. And then if they ask me, I'd be like, yeah, I have a run club too. Low key, New Yorkers are hilarious because they will act like, they'll be like, what? Oh, really? Okay. And then one of these other people, because I saw another guy who was new, who came early like I did, and we started chatting, and he was talking about how he was going to join Harlem Run, and then he brought up Harlem Run to the organizers of We Run Uptown, to a couple runners who run We Run Uptown, and they were like, who? And it's like Uptown and Harlem are like this, like
right there,
like Uptown is just above Harlem.
Y'all see each other.
Yeah, so I'm like, how do you not see each other? But then I realized like it's not as big of a beef as like I think it probably is a beef, but at the same time I don't think it's as big of a beef as we think it is, because like right when I left, because they did like this tie-dye event on Saturday, like after I had left, and one of the organizers from Goldfinger Run Club in New York.
Yeah.
He was in the photos of the We Run Uptown event. And so I was like, okay, so they cool. It's cool. But at the same time, they are both affiliated with Nike. So maybe that's really what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, so I don't know the politics, but I'm just trying to get.
That's what it is. The beef is the wrong word. Politics.
It's politics. It's so I think I don't know the politics. I just know I just want to give them their credit for at least being welcoming as a New York run club can be. And they was cool. Last thing I'll say is it was hilarious because I was like, oh, these people they chill because like it's two guys that run it, and then one of the guys is like he's kind of got your body type, Ian, and then the other guy is very much like your typical running body, he's also like very attractive, whatever, and he like rolls up, lights a joint, smokes half of it, passes it. I was like, bro, what is this?
What is going on?
And then he just gets up in front, says hi to everybody, starts doing the warm-ups, whatever. I'm like, bro, how did you just take one to the head and then just like, what is happening?
And then went out for the run. I love the energy.
So it was vibes. I'll definitely go back.
Yo, hey, my new song of the week. Let me pull it. Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna play it, but I discovered this new song by Thundercat.
Is it from his newer album?
I have no idea what his newer album is even. I know nothing about Thundercat. I just stumbled upon
He's great.
This song, and it's called Dragon Ball Do-Rag.
Yeah.
And it's How Do I Look in My Do-Rag?
He's yeah. Oh my God, you should literally watch the music video. He's so eccentric, I will say.
I was like, yes, that's where we at.
Yeah.
That's where we at.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I feel like, yes, Thundercat is amazing. Do you like Mac Miller? Did you like Mac Miller's music?
I
never got into it?
I never
you seem
really
like
got
the
into
type
Mac
of guy
Miller.
that would like, okay, well, anyways, Thundercat is on a couple
I don't really give white rappers a chance.
You should go back and give him a chance. I feel of all the ones you like, I feel like he's worth it.
Yeah.
He's a vibe. Like you're a vibe. You like vibey stuff. He's a vibe.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, maybe.
I'm just saying. But anyway. Yeah.
I think we're done.
Oh, well, yeah. And I tried, man. And I will say too, last week was my test of like, can I drink and run? No, I cannot. I can't. Like, I'm like I can't like going out with my friends and like even just like being with family in Minneapolis, like being with family, it's like you go out, you have a glass of wine, you have a beer, you do whatever. Yeah. And so it was a lot of like beer here, wine there. Matthew's dad, he loves a drink, so we got him some Casamigos on his birthday.
Oh, wow.
We're doing the flower crowns and stuff for Midsommar, which is like the celebration of summer solstice, because which is from Sweden, it's the longest day of the year, and in Sweden, like that day, like the sun doesn't go down. And like, because in the winter, the sun basically never comes up. It comes up for like an hour or two.
Wow.
And so in the summertime, it's like, even right now, the sky would be like, right now it's like 10 o'clock. It would still be blue sky.
That's freaky.
It's weird. Yeah. So it's a big deal there because it's the longest day of the year. So you could party all day. The sun barely goes down. Like it just. Like, it's back up. Okay, so
we got to get a camera in.
Yeah,
I got to see Courtney's mannerisms. They are hilarious.
So we were doing that, but it was also Matthew's dad's birthday on last Friday. So we got him some Casamigos, but not just like the silver kind. We got him like the good stuff, like the brown tequila. Mm-hmm. That stuff goes down so smooth. Yeah. And I was like, I took I had a couple shots. I was laying by the beach. Y'all saw me. I had beer in hand. I was in a floaty. I was chilling. And but then the next day I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get up in the morning and run. No. I was asleep. I'll sleep. And then,
I overslept for 7 on Sunday.
Yeah, I was like, dang, I can't even. I was like, I really, like, and this is why I be so low key most of the time and don't even really party. Like, I don't even really have liquor at the house. That, like, one, Matthew doesn't drink at all, never drank. So,
really?
Like, yeah.
I never noticed that.
He's never done anything.
Not a beer?
Never.
Really?
I had him taste the Athletic Brew, which was his first taste of like a beer like thing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it tastes like beer, like I would assume it would taste," but he doesn't care.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I've never noticed that.
Yeah, nothing. So he's never drank alcohol. So I don't. And sometimes yes, I'll buy wine and I'll be sipping it by myself. There's no judgment. He has his preference. I have mine.
Of course.
But yeah, I can't. I feel like when I drink liquor, it doesn't matter if it's hard liquor or wine or beer, like I feel it in my muscles the next day. Like I feel it like in my entire body, and I'm just like, I just can't perform.
I found out that whiskey don't have calories.
Okay. A gin and tonic doesn't have calories. Basically,
yeah.
It's like that. I would say.
I'm saying all that to say, like, if you drinking beer, stop drinking beer. Drink whiskey.
Yeah, but
be healthy.
After your run, sometimes you want some carbs.
Oh yeah, yeah. But if you on a weight loss journey,
if you like Ian,
right?
Don't fuck with it.
Whiskey straight.
Thank you very much.
Maybe a little bit of water, some ice.
And that Casamigos.
No juice.
Woo!
That Casamigos.
Bruh, I was feeling myself. Yes, yes. So yeah, I was chilling. So yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's like if I really want to get to where I want to get, I need to think about what I'm doing with it. Like I need to chill, but at the same time, outside's open. Okay,
yeah, we outside.
It's lit.
We outside.
It's lit.
We outside. Yeah, I'm trying to find a babysitter for tomorrow. Hit me up, y'all. Trying to go out.
Tomorrow's
trying to do
Thursday.
some things. Yes.
Where are you going?
To do things with people that I enjoy.
Okay.
If anybody asks, I'm with you.
Okay. Watch him listen to this next week. Wow.
But nah. I'm good. I think I've shared all that I wanted to share today. I feel amazing. I really feel like I was waiting for you to come back so I can just get these things off my chest.
Yeah.
And it's been a long month, and I feel like this is a really good way for me to close out my month, to just share with everybody who's listening right now how things are going and stuff like that, because people ask me how things are going, and I don't know if you ever seen, it's like a meme or something, was like, or it might have been a joke a stand-up comedian said, it's like when somebody asks you how your day, they're not really asking you how your day is.
Saying hi.
You're just supposed to say, no, like, how are you? You're just supposed to say, I'm good. Like, that's what you're supposed to say. You're not supposed to tell anybody
or
the
even
truth.
just like, how black folks be like, how you doing? And then they just respond by saying, how you doing?
Right.
As you keep it pushing.
This is what you do. You don't actually
like
tell
when you
people
see them
how
on the street, it's just like, all right.
Right. But this is how I've been doing for the last month, and I feel really good. I feel like I'm at peace right now, and my life is changing in so many crazy ways.
Yeah.
Things are coming into my life. Things are leaving my life. It's scary. Feels good. And I'm just enjoying where I'm going from here.
I like it. I feel the same way. I feel like we're going through a lot of the same emotions, but obviously in relation to our own lives. But I feel you, even when it came to like talking about the weight of having a community, a running community, and almost feeling like you have a responsibility to other people to keep everything going.
Right.
At a certain standard as well, too. It's just like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure.
Really
and then
is.
Especially just having a business. I saw a meme the other day that was like, I didn't want to work 9 hours at 9 to 5, and now I work 24 hours a day.
Really? Really?
It's like, yeah, because shit, like, yeah, you work for yourself, and the task list will never end.
It does not. It does not.
So
it does not. Just know that we're doing this for you.
Well, it's for us, but also I feel like this is the one thing that is like really for us.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like a little bit of therapy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is. It really is. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how far this goes. How long we're able to keep this up. Even a little bit more transparency for me. Like, with us being so niche in what we're talking about, you know, scares me because like I don't want this to end soon. You know,
No,
like,
I mean,
want to go.
it's not that niche.
It feels really niche when I'm trying to produce an episode. I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about, what we're gonna do. But you know, this right here is like my first podcast felt so good and stuff like that. But having a co-host, having somebody to talk to, have somebody to look at,
right,
and stuff like that, it is therapy. It feels really, really good.
Yeah.
It feels really, really good. But
what?
I did have some cool stuff that happened, but we like at like an hour and 20 minutes now.
Just come on with it.
I got a massage.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, if you're listening, keep on listening because we need a second on this one. First of all, tell me how your massage is, and then I'm gonna tell you about this massage that I just booked for next week.
Oh my God!
Wait.
Oh my God!
But the thing is I booked it for Thursday, so I technically won't be able to talk about it till like 2 more episodes. But
there you go.
Just go ahead, tell me about it.
Yo, it was crazy. It was a Father's Day gift. Like, Clonetta is cold with the gifts. Like, she's way better than me. All her gifts are like really dope, really on the mark and stuff like that. They really are. I'm not gonna be able to pay her back until like I have money because I'm not as thoughtful as she is, and so I'm just gonna be like getting her the bag and stuff like that. No matter what our future holds, whether it's like us together, us co-parenting, like the way she does my birthday and the way she does Father's Day and stuff has granted her a lifetime of gifts. And stuff like that. I would take care of her on Mother's Day. I would take care of her on her birthday. Anybody I'm with will forever have to understand that because it's on point. And so she came through with the massage this year for Father's Day and stuff like that. And it was amazing. I went to I told you the name of it. What's the name of it?
Loom.
I don't remember. Loom, yeah. I went to Loom, had the cupping and stuff like that on there. So I had the marks on my back for like several days and stuff like that, which is a weird feeling in itself. It didn't hurt. I thought it was gonna hurt a little bit, but it didn't hurt, and I thought they was gonna use heat. So they didn't use no heat. I've only seen it on TV where they put like the flames in the cup and then put it on your back. But it wasn't like that. It just, she pushed it down and it sucked my skin up and stuff. And so when she would move my arm and my skin would move around with the cups on there, it felt kind of weird. But the massage experience at Loom was amazing. I want to say it was less than $200. It was like about $165.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the prices today.
Yeah, and they got a crazy membership situation for 2 massages a month for like it was like 2 something. It came out to like $115 a massage and stuff, plus a complimentary add-on, which add-ons would be like $25, $35 and stuff like that. So you save like almost $100 with the membership. Yeah,
because I know they're like 90-minute is like $175 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
So I did the 60.
Yeah,
and stuff, and it was so nice. It was really, really good. Came into the room, you know. The lady was like, you know, dress down to your level of comfortability, and I was like, what's your level of
this
comfortability?
Nigga texted me, and I texted back late, but I was just like, I just be free.
Yeah, I asked her, I know she'd be doing this. I was like, yo, can I get like all the way naked? Because like I want my cheeks need some love, so I didn't know. That sounded so wild.
That's what they say, to your level of comfortability, and it's just like, and so they leave, and I be
all the way.
So that's me underneath the sheet.
So when I looked, she threw that question at me. I threw it back at her. Yeah. She was like, I was like, what's your level?
Yeah.
She was like,
I do this for a living.
She didn't say that. She threw it back at me. So I made an executive decision, and you know, no draws. I went in and stuff like that.
You gotta be free.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I told her, I didn't know if I wanted to say this on the podcast. I have to take a minute and think. I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to take my underwear off. But I just want you to know that the bottom half is just as hairy as the top half, all right?
Ain't nothing new.
Okay. And she tried her best not to laugh. And she's like, okay, that's fine. That's okay. Like, I just want you to know what you're getting yourself into. Okay? But yeah, so it was nice. It was so calming. It was over really, really quickly and stuff like that. I wish I would have did the whole 130 and stuff, but it was. I see myself going back to get more massage. I've had a massage before, like in my living room, and stuff like that, which was another gift from Clinetta. Like early in our relationship, she had a friend who was a masseuse and stuff, and it was cool. It felt good. It was, it was alright, and stuff. But this was like a legit.
It's different when you go. Like, I mean, you can have professionals come to your home, but it's different when you go to like a location. And I just booked an appointment at IU, which I realized I was calling it All You because it's ALLYU. But I just called today and she's like, "Hi, thanks for calling IU." And I said, "What?" Like, excuse me, how do you pronounce this? So, learn something new. So IU and there's usually I just get like a 60 or 90 minute massage depending on where my budget's at, but we brought this up today in our strength training because, we did mobility. And so we were talking about, okay, recovery, massages, obviously don't get a massage before you run a race. At least leave 3 to 4 weeks before, gap so that your body, because massages are also a lot of work. Like your body's doing a lot, even though you're laying there, you're doing a lot.
Especially the deeper and the tougher it is.
Especially deep tissue massages. And you just obviously you want to drink a lot of water afterwards. And you want to allow yourself to recover from that because your body's doing a lot of internal work. And so I was on a roll and was getting like a massage probably like every 6 weeks, I would say. And then job shifts a little bit. I was like, okay, let me save my coins. But now I set an appointment at IU, which is my favorite spa. And when you Google like best spas in Chicago, there's like some really high top tier ones. And then like IU is like damn near top tier, but just like right under like the most expensive. And it's actually cheaper than Loop.
Word.
Yeah, like by $30. But
that's a lot.
But it's amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that $30 you can use to do the sauna if you want to, which I suggest because you literally get an entire sauna to yourself.
That's
like
lit.
you get put behind this curtain and then there's a sauna and then there's like 2 bathrooms with a shower in each of them. You can go. That's a date.
If you go, that's what I was about to ask. If you go with your partner,
yeah,
your partner
then you can just be in there, be naked. You can each have your own shower if you want, and then you can meet. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're doing a lot. I'm thinking like girls' day because I went there with my best friend actually, and we both were just like there, and we were just like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what girls do. We just be out here. So then I'm trying
to be out here with a boo.
Okay, yeah, it's a good boo thing. And yeah, so the 60-minute, the 90-minute, they have a lot of black masseuses. So
that's dope.
And so every time I've been there, it's been a black woman. They have other people, but and these black women, they are amazing. Francois, amazing. She's
oh my God.
Amazing. Okay?
I'm going to call them hey, I heard Francois got them hands.
Francois is amazing. And I wish I could remember the other 2 women's names, but the last time I was there, I swear that woman did Reiki on my body. And if you're not familiar with Reiki, that's like energy.
I've had that
work.
And it's freaky.
Yeah,
it's freaky.
Go ahead.
I had I had a taste of because I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ebony, who owned Good Thoughts Tea. Okay. She does Reiki.
Okay.
And she been telling me about it, and I was like at like a little kickback with her at her homie's crib, and so she just gave me a little taste of it, on like this couch and stuff. Yo, I was like, what you doing on my body, yo? Like, this feel crazy.
Yeah, it's healing. And it's also, she wasn't doing it in an invasive way, but her hand movements made me think that she was very much a healer. I believe a lot of, black women are healers. But, I feel like she is a healer. And the way that she was moving her hands on my body and would, you could feel her almost, pulling energy away from me, and she would pull it, or she would pull it from my shoulders.
Is that an extra cost?
Pull it out of my feet or something like that.
Is that an extra cost, or that's just what she was doing?
No, I think she just. she was just very good at what she did. But I don't, because I was like, no, this is straight up energy work. I think getting a massage is in a way a lot of energy work. I don't want to say it like she was doing something without me agreeing to it. I think that if anything, I was definitely there for it. Like we was definitely feeling each other's energy. Like it was very much like aligned. I was in full consent of it. Like I just think that ultimately she like could feel my stress, and I felt like not only was the massage amazing, but I think that she just used like some additional techniques that I feel like I left there feeling completely lighter. So one suggests a massage in general, but this next week, this coming Thursday, not this Thursday, not tomorrow, but the next Thursday, I actually made an appointment to do this Neem body wrap. So it's like a whole body wrap situation. And that's going to be crazy. So I'm just like, yeah. And then I made another appointment like a couple weeks later for an actual massage because I can't not have the massage. But like the body wrap I've been very curious about it. So I just like, I really want to experience like a full wrap thing. It's like a body detox.
Yeah.
Stimulator.
Yeah. I've been saying because Clonetta has been putting in a lot of work herself with school, different types of school. And stuff like that, and then dealing with the kids every single day and stuff like that. So I've made up in my mind that I was gonna give her a masseuse, situation.
Give her the 60 minute.
I might pull up on your girl for her.
60 minute at IU. I feel like will run you. I think like 130 or one.
It's right up my alley.
Yeah, so I think that's it's worth it. It's worth it. It's self care. It's what you need. It's what you need.
I love
it. If you can't do it every 6 weeks, do it every 8. Like just at least think about it. Even if it's once a quarter, it's something that you can do for yourself. It's like and
think about that. You just spent that on alcohol and food in one night.
Anything. You could go outside. Look, y'all know how expensive it is to go outside these days. Mm-hmm. Just don't go out one of those days and put it towards the massage.
Do it for you.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Listen, take it from somebody. I'm a whole man. I don't be showing myself no self-care. You know, I'm still learning how to treat myself this way. Like I just said, like, I've been out of town.
Yeah.
I ain't never been on a vacation.
Yeah, you need
and stuff like that.
Come. Come over here.
Okay. So it's like I'm learning these things, and what I will tell you is that it is worth it. It is an experience, and experiences 9 times out of 10 are going to be worth every dollar that you spend, unless they crappy experiences. But you know, stay with us. We'll make sure you get hooked up with the right people.
Yep.
You got anything else you want to add to that?
No, I feel like that wraps up this episode of the Runners Club podcast. I feel like it needed to be a little longer. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. We gotta really talk it out.
I love y'all, man. Y'all have a beautiful night, a beautiful week. I'm gonna see some of y'all this weekend. Pull up, pop out, get some of these miles.
Pull up.
And y'all, I'll see y'all later.
All right, peace.
Bye.